And hello, slicers and dicers, and welcome to a very special one shot. You'll notice something. I'm not Matt, and Red's on one of these sides. I can't remember which way the camera goes.
Wait,
Yeah,
you're
this is
not
my first
you're
time. I'm not Matt.
you're not Matt?
No, I have a full head of hair, this glorious beard. He's not part of that club.
Low blow.
Uh, hey, it's only the second time I've jabbed Matt in like a month. It's fine. But tonight we're playing Vampire the Masquerade, the fifth edition published by Renegade Gaming, formerly owned by White Wolf, but we've made some changes and significant improvements to content. Uh, so we don't have to worry about that. Tonight, there's a special little mechanic we put in for these guys. None of them know which clan they belong to yet. Not a one. They get to find out as they go because they are playing brand new fledglings that are waking up or being dead for the very first time. So, as we kind of open this scene, there's that dull pulse throb of EDM music coming from a distance through the concrete and metal. And as each of you kind of wake, your muscles and tendons starting to kind of stretch and sprawl out, you kind of sit up on this filthy concrete and dirt floor, your chest's covered in blood, blood staining the floor beneath you. Things are different. The world feels different than when you got brought down here. For some of you, the world seems brighter, louder. Um, Allie, the world seems to have this weird, almost glow to it. And Alexa, this music where it should just be this dull throb is almost like war drums in your ears. And none of you are quite sure what has happened to you, but in the pit of each of your chests is this dull, burning ache where you feel not necessarily hungry, but something akin to it. But it's not right. It's not down in the pit of your stomach where it usually would be, where your stomach would growl and make those awesome noises that we're all familiar with. It's in your chest, but it feels like hunger. And then as each of you awaken, you kind of see one another. And that's where you guys kind of open your scene. So why don't we go one by one to what people are seeing as we start with Allie. What are we looking at when we see Allie?
You will see a reasonably tall woman who doesn't look too dissimilar for me because it's me in the profile picture for her. Um, she has short brown hair. She's in age, she doesn't really disclose it because she's on TV constantly. Most people in the country that watch the home gardening and whatever other generic words I came up with in order to make some sort of ripoff of HGTV, would probably know her from. Uh, Now I have to actually remember what I wrote down in her bio. Ah, yes, Residence Upgrade, as she's the co-host on that show. She's the one that does the actual improvements and renovations on the show. The other one is there to either try to not blow something up and fail at that, or go completely over the top. Um, and she's wearing very simple clothing. She's just wearing a tank top and a pair of jeans.
I think as you kind of scan the area, the first person you lay your eyes on and you can almost see an aura around them, but it's strange. It's dark, and I think this person looks almost like a survivalist as you gaze on Riley.
Yes. Well, what Ali would see is possibly a little bit of probably a grubby female. Like she's been out in the woods for quite a long time, and you can see scratches and bruises all over her arms. Though at the moment, just as she woke up, she is currently checking herself for any additional wounds. First she checks her pulse and then realizes there's no pulse there, and also the two probably bite marks on her neck.
Strangely enough, there are no bite marks anymore. Just a smear of blood.
Okay. No bite marks. But yeah, just... And is it her own blood is the question.
You know what? That's an interesting thought. Why don't you give me an intelligence and investigation?
Okay.
And we get to see just how this system works for the very first time.
Okay, so roll investigation, which is
Yep.
second attribute, which is intelligence, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pool size, that doesn't matter for anything?
Nope. So that pool modifier is only something you're going to mess with if I tell you you're getting extra dice for a circumstance bonus, or you have a specialty in whatever skill it is.
Okay. Which I don't have in investigation, so that's a no.
I had to play around. We usually use dice spots when I do this. We're using Roll20 to keep in with the slices and dices thing.
Mm-hmm. Difficulty is 2 or higher?
Let's go with 3.
3, okay.
3's pretty baseline for vampire.
Okay.
Nothing.
I don't know what that means. Nothing.
Rolled a big 0 out of 4. So,
yep,
that blood, it's on your neck.
Fine.
It might be yours, but your memory's really foggy. You're not sure. It could be somebody else's. But why would you have somebody else's blood on you? That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. And then just looking around the room, and who else is in the room with?
I think the next person that would be seen is probably Levi.
Yeah. So, Levi, Levy, your choice. You see, mid-late 20s Asian. They're NB, but present a little bit more fan. Got on like this turtleneck sweater and like jacket, and like a wolf cut hair, brown eyes. They're just lying there and also sort of like examining the blood, just like you, and with a similar question of, is this mine or not?
They can make the exact same roll if you'd like.
See if you can do better than me. I'd be surprised if you don't.
I think this may be the one skill. I think this may be the one skill where I have like halfway to a billion.
I mean, technically you could do worse because luckily Riley did not bestial fail.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Just
Well, it might be yours. It's on your neck, right? That makes sense. But there's no wound. Like, why would you have blood with no wound?
Yeah. And then my second thought is I pat my pockets for my car keys.
Oh yeah, still there. You guys haven't been mugged or anything. Wallet,
you didn't
keys,
land on your keys. It's unfortunate.
all still there. And I guess as you kind of look around, you'd finally set your eyes on Alexa. And luckily I don't have one of those, so we don't have to worry about setting it off.
You see Alexa, you think she's probably older than she looks. She looks young. She's in her mid-20s. raven hair, wavy. Looks like she works to make it so every day. Green eyes, pale skin. Has a gothic vibe to her already. Black lace top, long sleeve, kind of like a little mock neck on it, and little cami underneath, and some ultra skinny jeans. Like she got poured into those bad boys with a pair of black heeled combat boots. And he definitely feels out of place, at the same time comfortable, and she's completely uncertain as to what the heck is going on. And is reasonably a little freaked out. What does the room look like that they're
So this
in?
is kind of like a sub basement where your boiler and miscellaneous pipes will be running along above head, kind of rattling as water goes through them. But as you look around, you also notice that there are 3 more spots in the dirt that seem to have been stained with blood, but doesn't seem to be anything connected to you.
So she's going to check basically her person, like, am I okay? Where am I? Am I physically okay? She's just kind of check herself out a bit first, and then look for the danger aspects that are in the room. What's there that could hurt her? What can she use to get out of this place? Where she's trying to figure out how to orient herself, and because this is not where she should be.
Yeah, as you kind of pat yourself down and wipe at yourself, there's blood on your fingertips as they kind of trace along your collar and neck. Taken aback, but there's no pain, there's no wound. So you start to take in everything around you, and there doesn't seem to be any immediate threat. It's dark, but you seem to be able to see rather well, despite it being almost pitch black. And there's
She
nothing in
doesn't
the
really
immediate
think anything of
vicinity.
that, though. She likes dark spaces.
But
Well, while
Candlelight.
is getting themselves ready, Riley is going to search the room because she's feeling quite hungry and she knows that without food she probably will die. But she doesn't realize what kind of food she needs nowadays. So she's going to look for some game or rats or something to prepare.
right, so doing it that way, will be we'll call that a wits and survival.
Oh, yay, something I'm good at. Okay, survival, wits. Okay. Pool size, no modifier, I don't think.
No modifiers,
No modifiers. Okay,
not unless
difficulty
you have a specialty. 3.
3. Okay, something I'm good at. Come on. Oh, messy critical.
Oh yes, we love to see those. So as Riley's kind of foraging, she manages to get her hands on a rat, and she snatches it up. And before she can even catch herself doing it, she's basically tearing into this thing. Her canines elongate just ever so slightly, piercing the skin of it and just holding it up to her mouth, and just drains this thing dry.
But you don't see that every day.
No, you don't see somebody just gnaw into a rat. But you will be hit with what is called a compulsion.
Okay.
This is kind of a manifestation of that dark inner beast side of a vampire, where it drives you to do a thing because maybe it just wants to be in control, or it feels slighted in some way,
Mhm.
and all you can think about is sating the rest of that hunger, because that rat can only take you down by 1.
Mhm.
So you can make sure to annotate that you drop from 4 hunger to 1, or not to 1, to 3
Okay. So go down a hunger, but I have a compulsion to empty the hunger.
speed, which will incur a 2 dice penalty on any action not related to slating that hunger.
Okay. That sounds about right. So go down a
It's-
hunger.
I use the ones that make sense in the moment.
And then you just hear after Riley's drained this rat, it's like, that feels better. Though I think I need some more. Where's some more?
I mean, we're in a
And
basement with dirt. Was that good?
you have
Danny,
no idea.
how do each of you feel about having seen somebody just chew on a rat?
So when I look at people, they glow. What did he look like when I watched him do this? Or sorry,
So
she.
you would see this kind of red pulse to his aura that seemed to flare out as he did it, and then come
Okay,
back in ever so
she.
slightly.
So her aura expanded and then came back in, and
Mhm.
when I look at everybody else, do their auras look the same as hers, or
Except theirs isn't pulsing. Like, Riley has a very almost strong pulse when they feed. Everybody else's is just kind of hovering out in almost a larger kind of sense. Like theirs extends further out, but it's not as potent in that moment.
okay? Well, I if we're gonna feel better, it might as well look for a rat. So if I'm scanning this room, did rats glow as well? Like, did that rat have a glow to it before Riley sucked it dry?
Very, very faint.
Okay. So I'll have her look around for a rat.
Right. A wits and survival roll from Allie.
I wonder if you'll get a messy cricket as well. That'd be fun. Everyone's getting messy here.
Messy crits and bestial fails are the best. So
Right,
for
and
those
when it
that
comes
have
to
not played Vampire, a messy crit is kind of like a yes and success. You succeed, but there's a penalty caused because you succeeded so well.
Mhm.
And a bestial fail is basically just a botched roll. It's that nat 1.
okay, and for it's giving me macro options. It says difficulty 2. Do I leave that alone?
Difficulty 3.
Two out of three.
So with 2 successes, you're just unable to find any other kind of rat or life down here aside from yourselves. You scan
Okay.
and scan, and it's just nothing but this dark boiler room.
I guess so much for feeling better. Um, Maybe we should try to get out of here.
Yeah, there's some sort of party up there, right?
Sounds
As
Yeah,
you
like
there is like
kind of acknowledge
a
that,
great
there's almost
headache.
this sense or a near voice in your mind that says, "There's food up there." You don't know how you know it, but you do.
Definitely
well,
eat. so food is a good idea. And I'm sorry, but I don't think I can eat a rat. That just, ew. No. No.
I think if it was anyone else, I would be more surprised. No offense.
I saw the survivalist chew on a rat. I'm not shocked.
I mean, that, but yeah, but I mean,
It's
only if I
weird,
have
but,
to.
I
But
mean, what do you expect
no,
them to do?
I'm not that desperate yet. And especially with the sounds of civilization up above us, I think we can do better. So, anybody have
Just
any
get
ideas
out
on
of
how to
here.
get out of here? Yeah. Doors,
Left in here, or
windows,
like
stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's easily a set of stairs going up, and you can see that kind of steel door with the knob that you can turn.
Is it
Up
unlocked?
the stairs towards more food.
Do you give it a shot?
Yep.
Yeah. Doorknob turns and opens right up.
This is really weird. She's gonna kind of peek out the door cautiously, like, I don't know why I was down here, but it doesn't. This is like in a bad horror movie where everything is too easy, and next thing you know, you're being slaughtered. This is weird.
I would never run a game like that.
Anybody in the hallway?
Already covered in blood. That said, I'm just gonna sniff the blood. Does it smell good? I just saw a guy eat a rat.
It smells like it would have been good in the moment, but now it smells old and almost stale.
Well, I'm gonna go towards the sound of the music.
and Ellie will follow.
Yeah. Levy will follow as well.
She kind of strains herself up, dusts herself off as she's walking down the hallway, and just tries to fall into the beat with her step, and she will walk in step with the music as she goes down the hall.
In Matt's almost on point there with that comment. If you imagine this music, it's very 90s, 2000s EDM, almost Blade soundtrack style. But Alexa specifically, as you get up closer to it, it becomes cacophonous to the point where you have to cover your ears, and it still sounds like it's blaring straight into your ear canals. The rest of you don't suffer this kind of thing, as Alexa, you'd almost double over in pain, and you're covering your ears and trying to focus. And
She
suddenly,
reaches out for the wall and holds onto the wall for a moment.
holds onto the wall, and as you're trying to focus, that intensity fades away down to that normal. It's still loud, but it's not cacophonous and deafening anymore.
Ellie
She
wanders
just tries
over.
to shake it off.
You okay? You're right there?
Oh, it's been a beautiful morning so far. Sure. Yeah.
We can all. So far, we've had a shared experience in that, but you seem to not be okay as you walked out here.
I'm okay. I'm okay now. It's just, this whole thing is just weird. Just weird.
Yeah.
And she straightens herself up, kind of shakes it off, and straightens herself back up again, and again falls in line with the beat of music, and allows her hips to do the little sway thing that they always do when she walks.
And as the four of you kind of continue your way up the stairs, and it finally opens up into this main floor where it is just bodies on bodies of people jumping and dancing. There is lights. There is that bass pounding. Off to either side, you see speakers. There's a bar off to the left where people have just lined up. And much like Julie, your background, it has those neon lights lighting up all the liquor bottles, and people are grabbing food and drinks from it and then making their way back into the crowd. And this place is just exactly what you'd expect for like an underground indoor rave.
Very like Party at Zion, the from the Matrix.
Yeah, Party at Zion, the Blade opening scene before they have the blood shower, which I've actually seen some LARPs do, and I'm insanely jealous that I could not be part of that.
This is definitely her scene. So she walks out into the room. She kind of starts to nod with the music and smiles and actually breathes a little easier because this is definitely her kind of vibe.
This is definitely not Allie's vibe. She puts her lumberjack shirt back on and is just looking around like, I hate this music. I hate everything about this.
Oh, this is
Whoever let me be here is fired.
nice.
Riley's
This-
just
I
looking
need to
for her
talk.
next prey.
That's the thing that Alexa does notice, that as you kind of take that deep breath of almost relief, it feels forced. And you now notice that the whole way up, you didn't have to take a breath.
And that's going to be really odd for her because she's a singer and she is normally very aware of every breath she takes. And that's mildly disturbing for her.
In fact, it's something that each of you would notice in turn, that climbing that whole flight of stairs, even the most athletic of you would be like, all right, made it to the top, have to take a breath. But you don't. There's no involuntary sense of needing to take that breath to be relieved. And it strikes you as odd.
So Allie is going to do a self check. Like a mental check of a different faculties, like, do I have to go to the bathroom? Uh, what do I feel under my feet? How's my sense of balance? That sort of thing.
So you kind of stop and do like this check from head to toe. You notice that you don't feel the thrum of a heartbeat in your chest. You don't feel the need to take in oxygen. Your balance seems fine. You can kind of curl your toes in your shoes and shift them on the floor and feel the metal flooring beneath them. Nothing like that seems out, except for the lack of breathing. There doesn't seem to be a need or pressure of needing to go to the restroom. And there's no pulse at all.
All right. And am I blind when I look at the crowd?
No.
Okay. So looking at a crowd of people isn't an intense glow. It's just a lot of information.
Yeah, it's almost sensory overload, to which if Allie would feel like that's overload and kind of like wince and turn away, you would actually notice that it fades from view entirely.
Okay.
And Riley is searching the crowd for her next meal.
Just giving in to the hunger.
She's given in to hunger. She's still hungry. She needs to feed.
And what about Levy?
Levy's been looking around for any signs of what this place might be or where it is. If it's like just a warehouse or an official location, and especially if there's like a side door or something.
Give me an intelligence and investigation.
Got it.
So 3 successes.
Mhm.
You kind of piece together that this seems to be some kind of old industrial plant or almost a building inside of what might have been a quarry that has been long since abandoned. And as the subcultures do, if it's not being policed and used, we're gonna put it to use.
Yeah.
You can see graffiti on a lot of the walls, and this place is definitely not up to code. But it's abandoned, and the police probably don't give a damn. So here we are.
I think Allie would be the only one concerned about that.
This isn't OSHA approved. We shouldn't be here.
All these exposed
Yeah.
pipes, there's a lot of lead.
Alexa's more
Is that
about the
asbestos?
idea of F OSHA, so she doesn't
But
care.
as Riley is looking for that next meal, kind of giving into that hunger, how do they go about stalking what they would consider prey? Is it kind of grabbing somebody by the shirt? Is it walking up trying to seduce them? Or is it more of a stalking in the shadows kind of?
I think for Riley, it's more a stalking, almost like almost animal-like. I think would probably be the best description. Trying to stay hidden, but yeah, hidden within plain sight, if you will.
So you're kind of weaving your way through this crowd of people.
Mhm.
And you see this one person that just seems to stand out on the outskirts of this group, kind of dent into themselves under some kind of influence. And as you kind of stalk them, give me a dexterity and stealth roll.
Okay. Dex stealth.
And you
So
do
that
not get the
is
penalty for this.
3.
3.
Or it's 3. Oh, there you go. I get the 2 opposite ends. I get the
So,
messy lady, the messy
so
success, and the
not
big
only is
success.
this a fail, it is a bestial fail. Because you got that 1 on a hunger die without making the jump to the difficulty.
Yeah.
So maybe Riley's kind of weaving, thinking they're being like sneaky and cautious, only for this person to like turn and almost scream as they come face to face, like, ah, what the weirdo, get away from me! Almost pushing Riley away from them.
Imagine they'd be used to that.
Zing!
Okay.
Yeah, Riley is not able to sneak up on this person.
Bugger. Look for the next one.
What about everybody else dealing with that hunger, that burning sensation in their chest?
Alexa's looking for the VIP area because she figures there's got to be food in a VIP area, and she's still thinking along the lines of a buffet and like food and chocolate dipped strawberries and champagne and things of that nature. And so she's scanning the area for something like that. Like if there's a VIP area, they're going to have food there. They may not on the main dance floor, but they'll have stuff in a VIP
kind of
area.
strides
So that's where
over,
she's looking.
and you can see there's kind of like, oh, buffet is probably a strong word for it, but there's like hot dogs and nachos and your typical party food being handed out.
So she's going to go over there and she's just going to act like she's meant to be there and she's supposed to have that. And she's going to help herself to something.
Oh, you little bugger, you do have that merit, don't you? Yuck. Alexa can grab it and shovel it down, but it doesn't state
Delicately,
what
but
in whatever fashion she does, it doesn't state anything.
how disappointing. And she says that out loud. Don't know if anybody hears her, but she says that out loud. And then she's like, ugh, maybe a drink. And she's going to look to get a drink.
Same thing, orders a drink. I imagine she's the kind of that sips on it. And then that's when you notice something. That both that food and this drink taste like ash.
Still disappointing. She puts her drink down, and it's unsettling. Like, this shouldn't be like that. She asked for some water.
Hands out a cup of water in those cheap plastic see-through cups with the rings around almost the top.
Mhm.
Everybody who's been to like a party or a rave or a concert knows exactly what they look like.
Or a Tim Hortons or a Starbucks or,
Right. Right?
Yeah,
Except for Red, I'm not
yeah.
convinced that he goes out and interacts with people.
You have to 11 p.m.
How'd you guess?
cocktail glasses.
Just call them clear solo cups. There you go.
Yeah, basically that's what they are. A sip of water kind of reveals the same thing, that it tastes like ash. And it tastes horrible.
He thanks the bartender and puts it down and walks away. Disappointed, but tries not to let that show on her face, and is just trying to go through it in her head like, this doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. Why is she even here? What is going on? Why does nothing help? She's just at a loss. She doesn't know what she's supposed to do.
And what about the other two of you? One of you has stalked off into the crowd. One has gone off to get food and drink and has come up disappointed.
Is there like a bar area? Like
Yeah,
with maybe
Uh,
stools and things?
you would see just off to where Alexa is standing is the kind of like bar that you could go over and either stand by or sit at a stool and drink while you're off your feet.
Okay. That's what she does. She'll go and grab just a beer and then sit down and pop it open and sip it.
Where normally you would have that hoppy, semi-bitter taste is again that taste of ash. And actually, I need Allie to make a composure and a resolve roll.
Is it because I look
Allie,
creepy when I'm drinking things?
no, it's because you don't have the merit
Okay.
that Alexa does.
Ah, okay. All right. You said it was a composure.
Yep. And resolve, which is 2 attributes.
Ah, I see it. Okay, so I'll do composure first. What difficulty?
3. Perfect. With only 1 success, it's not a bestial fail, but it's still a fail. And as you drink on this for a minute, you start to feel ill, and you can't help but spew all of this back out. And it's also coated in this viscous black bile. and you feel that hunger in your chest rise up, which mechanically will raise your hunger to 5.
Okie dokie.
As your body just rejects what you just tried to put into it.
So she's looking around, and when she looks at people, do their auras change? Like, is there something about them that
So
makes
each
them
one
look
of them,
tastier, or
not their auras, but it's almost like an instinct, like this drive that you just can't explain. Where, man, those people look really delicious.
okay? She's gonna. This isn't her crowd potentially, but she is gonna walk around and see if just someone goes to talk to her as she walks around, because she is nationally famous.
And she is stunning, so yeah, no, it would be at least a few heads turn and a few people like, "Hey, you're her from the show."
I am her from the show, yeah. Do you know where we are?
Yeah, we're at the words just stopped functioning in my head. I'm sorry. Uh we're at the
It's
old
okay.
mill where they used to have the power plant.
Oh, okay. Well, did you drive here?
No, my friend Jason brought me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, do you mind if we go outside then?
With you? Yeah, no, of course, sure. Guys, I'm
Okay.
going with her. She's from the show.
And we'll, like, I'll have him lead me outside, and when we get out there, I'll say, "So, what do you know about this place?" As she starts to get a little bit closer, and then a little bit closer.
Uh, Nothing. It's been abandoned for a few years, and uh, the guy set this party up, and it's real rad, man. Uh, and as you kind of, I see this as almost a persuasive or seductive move in. It will be a charisma and persuasion.
Okay.
It's also fun because they didn't get to do predator types, so they get to explain how they hunt.
Oh God.
Oh, crap. Okay, so
There's all kinds of fun mechanics that come in Vampire, but without knowing your predator type or your clan, it just goes to the window and just like if you go to any of my
like,
normal vampire players, they all have a favorite clan and a favorite predator type.
and difficulty still 3, or
Yep. This. Mm, uh, no, not quite gonna make it with just one success. So he's talking and at first seems okay with you kind of like closing that gap, but after a second, that unblinking face that you have, that you now realize you haven't been blinking. He starts to back off like, hey, whoa, wait. What the hell's wrong with you? Like, what?
I'm so sorry. I'm not sure where I am, and you seem nice, so you know how it goes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, like,
So what's
you
that over
need
there?
over where?
And then she jumps him and attempts to bite his neck.
All right. Dexterity and athletics, please. At a difficulty of 3. Hey, this one might actually work out for you.
Oof, nope.
Ooh. No, so you go to leap on this guy, and he turns around just as that moment that you just wish he wouldn't. Like, oh shit! And just kind of pushes himself out of the way. What the hell, man?
Is there any chance that I can like grab at his leg or anything like that? Or
Yeah, you could give it another shot. This time, with you trying to just trying to grab onto him, would be a strength and brawl.
Oh, good. Things I have not that I'm not so good at. But who knows? Let's see.
You could crit. But
Or do
no,
none of the above.
he manages to scramble out of your reach and just starts running back inside.
Okay. So she's gonna run around to the other side to see if she can get back in there before he does.
Okay. Yeah, you actually notice that you were rather quick on your feet. And you make that, you run in there, and you don't even feel out of breath. That's strange.
Okay. She'll sit down and look around to see if anybody noticed her come back in or anything like that.
People seem way too preoccupied with doing what they're doing.
Okay.
And what about the last member of our little ragtag group? As nobody has had any luck yet.
Levy's just been watching this all happen, just going, "What? Oh, they're both out. Oh, there goes my. I'm gonna go to the bathroom."
Yeah, so what passes for a bathroom is kind of this, you go outside and there's just the porta johns, and there's like 12 of them lined up. And
Who
there's
brings
people
these?
waiting in line. You would be surprised. They are incredibly easy to rent, and the companies usually don't ask questions as long as they get paid. Like, oh, you're throwing a party? We're getting paid. We don't care.
Did not think this one through. I wasn't expecting the Porta Johns. I think Levicina just goes, "Oh, never mind." Goes back inside and starts to physically has to take a deep breath as just like a mental thing, and will attempt to blend in with the dancers of the crowd.
All right, all right. That'll be a manipulation and streetwise.
I have something in that.
It's not a 0.
Difficulty 3.
Yep.
Oof, so close.
You know, you're semi blending in, but also it feels like that awkward kid at the party is like, yeah, I'm totally here.
100% tracks. I'm looking for others like me perhaps towards the edges or something.
Okay,
Just
like
making
the
my way through.
outliers, the ones that are like, oh yeah, we totally got invited to this.
Yeah.
Give me a wits and awareness.
Oh, holla.
Hey, we passed the roll. Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Somebody is Roll20's favorite. So you can easily kind of spot them. They're like that little secluded clique of like 4 or 5 people that are off to the side, kind of doing their little dance. But you can tell like they are just awkward as shit.
hmm
Like we're here because the cool people are. Ugh.
Yeah, so I'm going to go up to one of them who's just kind of like, anxious doing their thing and like trying to fit in but not, and just someone who I can sort of like go over to and like they're not currently talking with anyone else or anything or doing something with anyone else. Someone I can just
Yeah.
steer away to the side.
And so trying to like separate them.
Yeah.
Are you doing it like physically putting your hands on them, or like, hey, come here?
Just go up and say it. Just start dancing with them a bit and then like sort of guide them away.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna mix some things up here. It'll be a dexterity and persuasion.
Oh, hey. All right. See how that goes. 1.
They kind of look like, hey, what are you doing? No, I don't want to dance with you.
I do have a one level lower than what Ali has, I think.
Oh, of beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can actually re-roll that, and when it asks you for the modifier, put in an extra die.
Got it. Okay.
Anything with like persuasion rolls or charisma, uh, if you have beautiful or stunning, it actually adds dots to your dice pool.
Got it. So, and pool size modifier, right?
Yep.
How many extra dice do you get? Is it just one extra die, or is it one extra die per dot, or how does that
So
work?
beautiful gives you 1 extra. Stunning gives you 2.
Yeah. 4 out of 3.
Hey, yeah, 4 successes. They almost second guess themselves before they realize that Levi or Levi, whatever the correct pronunciation is of it, uh, it's actually really good looking. It's like, you know what? Never mind. And you actually kind of make your way off dancing as a duo.
Just sort of lean in and go. So who are you with here? Who are you here with?
Oh, I'm just here with my friends. We heard about this, and we thought it'd be cool to come and check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Your friends don't mind if I borrow you a little bit, right?
Oh no. It'll be fine. They understand.
That's good. Because I want to enjoy this time with you, and going to lean in and like hover around their neck, just like get them distracted by that.
All right.
And
So to make this feeding attempt will be a dexterity and stealth.
oh boy, difficulty 3.
Yep.
Ah. 2 out of 3.
Just they think like, hey, whoa. I don't even know your name yet. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. Got caught up in the music. I'm
I,
I'm Levi.
well, hi, I'm Joanne.
Nice to meet you. What do you do?
Oh, I'm a student. I'm studying graphic design.
Nice, nice. I can see that. I'm assuming she's got like some like cool clothes on or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, hmm. I think after some like conversation and like more dancing, going to try to like. Oh, this is not how I built. This is not how I built Levi. But we'll try it. Gonna try and like after some dancing and conversation to get another opportunity to
Okay.
make it a little more intimate.
So kind of taking in that moment, letting the vibes go, and every minute kind of like getting that like stranger trust that you
Yeah.
get if you go out.
Yeah, I want Joanne to feel like
everyone-
comfortable and like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm meeting someone new and like, friend. And
So
like
go ahead and make your dexterity and stealth, but you can get an extra die for kind of taking that time, giving off that vibe of like, hey, I'm just here to dance. We're just getting close.
okay. It's the extra die. 4 out of 3.
It's the extra die. You were able to sink your fangs into this person's neck. And you notice that when you finally do, they almost lean further in. Because in the book, if you read the material, it's called the kiss. And when given, it feels like ecstasy. That it is both painful but so enjoyable. I do need Levi to make a willpower roll for me because they are at hunger 4. And how that's going to work, willpower, you have a certain number of willpower that you can use. But to make the rolls, you take the total amount that you have not spent plus 1/3 of your humanity, which everybody will be at 7. So that'll leave you 2 dice to this, giving you a total of 7 dice to roll. I think you can just click on willpower to do it.
Yeah, and then pool size 2, right?
Yep.
Is there a difficulty?
For this one, let me double check. All right, so this one is only at 3. Okay.
All right.
Because there's different situations that cause different difficulties.
Success. 4 out of 3.
All right. Yeah, that is quite the success, as you were able to drink your fill without draining this person, taking you all the way down to hunger 1. You can't go to hunger 0. There's only 2 ways to get there, and they both involve murder.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of stumble back like, oh man, I think I need to go sit down. I'll be right back.
Yes. Feel better. See you around. And Levi's just gonna wipe the lips and go. Huh. I should find the others. I hope they had. I hope they had good luck with this.
I think Riley has still kind of semi-stealthed their way through the crowd. Alexa still
I'm thinking
sitting
Riley
over
has gone
by.
outside to see if there's anyone outside that is alone. Possibly, Riley's going to go for the easy target and see if there's anyone passed out on the ground outside.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, Vampire is a gross game. Like, consent is important when dealing with real life, but these people are playing monsters, so bear that in mind.
Also, Riley is a survivalist, so I
Mhm.
mean, easy prey is easy prey, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. We'll level that out at a little bit later. So I need a wits and awareness from Riley.
Okay, wits awareness. Okay, so where's awareness? Awareness. Okay. Wits
Just 10 second
awareness.
hold.
Yeah, no change to pool size. Difficulty is 3.
Yep. Actually, for this one, I'd say even 2. You're at a rave. People are imbibing in multiple and various different vices here.
Another bestial failure.
But apparently not the right ones, because they're all still up and standing and just going to town.
My bad rolls
Which-
are coming
Oh, no.
back.
You have another bestial fail, my dude.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
not only
Where's your dice mojo at?
yeah, where's your pray to the dice gods? This kind of causes this rage, this anger in your chest that you are just striking out time and time again. And it's going to put you now, instead of the hunger compulsion, you are under a harm compulsion, where you will not be satisfied until you cause somebody physical harm.
Okay. I'm thinking that would probably be the way HT is going at the moment. So yeah, Riley is continuing to hunt. But I think if you will allow me, she's realizing that she's trying to do this with just her body. She's not used to just using her body. She's used to using weapons. So she's going to try and make an improvised weapon.
Okay. And what are we looking for to make this weapon?
I think she's just going to try and keep it simple and just go for an easy, simple shiv.
Right. Easy enough to kind of grab a pipe and give me a dexterity and craft roll to kind of
Now, I still have a bonus on this because I've got
yes.
bonus in craft for improvised weapons.
Yes. So you when it does that macro option, change it to a 1.
Yeah. So, okay. And yeah, this was dexterity, wasn't it?
Yep.
Craft dexterity. Yep. Difficulty
3.
3.
Listen, if you can't hit 3 now, I don't know what to do for you.
Okay, did it come through is the question. It did not.
Not yet.
Oh, no.
But there you go.
There we go.
Finally, a success.
About damn time, Red.
goodness.
Jeez.
That damn Australian ping, I tell you.
Right?
Yeah.
The Aussie ping. I wasn't enough YouTubers. We'll blame it on that. Yeah. Riley can kind of grab this pipe and start like grinding it on a rock or something. And eventually can like rip off a piece of cloth to wow, a speech impediment came out there. Wrapped around the handle, and you got a good old prison shiv.
Yep. Now, looking for the next prey.
I had things in mind to throw at you guys, but then like Red showed up with his bad dice rolls, and I think this is just I'm not gonna need them. It'll be fine.
Wait, you sharpened the
He
pipe,
cursed me
right?
too.
Yeah.
You sharpened the pipe or something?
Yep.
You gonna Capri Sun somebody?
Yes. He's tapping them like a tree, like a maple tree, in that sweet, sweet red syrup.
We gotta get 55 gallons somehow.
So,
Okay.
are you going to go try to stab somebody with this shiv?
Yep. Looking for the individual that's away from the rest.
Yes, we can say somebody's just out there smoking a cigarette, actually being nice and like being outside the party doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We're a progressive partier.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk up and yeah, try to do this final tap. Yeah, great band by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be
try and do it a double tap. A stab and a feed.
okay. We will do that with one roll. It is going to be a strength and melee roll.
Strength melee? Okay. I'm not trained in melee, so this is going to be fun.
Well, I can't help you.
So what would its difficulty be? 3 again?
3. Which could be done,
Let's see if it can be.
but not
No,
today.
nice.
So this guy's just sitting there smoking, and up comes Riley and like jabs at them like, "Hey, what the?" and bats the shiv out of your hand like, "What are you doing, man?"
And I think Riley's getting a little bit more annoyed, seeing as she keeps failing. And she just goes, "Need to feed."
The hell are you talking about?
And tries to go in it again.
Same
Let's try and
thing.
pounce.
Oh, are you
Most
just trying to
awkward
leap on
social
them?
situation.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're just gonna leap on them,
Yeah.
it would be a dexterity and athletics.
Mm-hmm. Come on,
Red out
get
here
some good
fighting.
rolls here,
Red's out here fighting for his life, man.
basically. How's that different than any other day? So what should this difficulty be? Should it be more now?
It'll be 3.
3? Okay.
Red, I need you to stop bestial failing. How many crit fails can you roll in one session?
Do
I
not
know.
ask questions you don't or are not prepared for the answer for.
Oh dear.
This is number 3. Oh my god.
This is why you asked me to join a game.
It's fine. It's fine.
This is why.
Who needs to write a plot when I can just watch Red do it all night? Like, it'll be fine. You go to leap up and they just kind of like step back and you land on your feet like, well, that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And that compulsion to just hurt somebody increases. So normally it would cause a 2-die penalty. We're just going to raise it to a 3rd die. He's getting hangry.
Definitely angry. She needs a Snickers.
Yeah. Somebody get that girl a Snickers, man. While this is going
So
on, you have a question?
So what would a Snickers look like for a vampire? Is that just like somebody baked some blood or like
Well, actually, I've seen that. I was in a game where there was a vampire baker and would make blood-infused pastry.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of ingenious. I'm like, not mad at it, but okay.
I was thinking like Twizzlers.
Right? That could be a thing. You just jellify it, and
Nice.
or you're breaking it like a Slim Jim. But as this is all going on, Alexa, you have kind of realized that everything you eat or drink at this bar tastes horrible.
She is incredibly frustrated at this. And she tries to just shake it off, and she just closes her eyes for a second, feels the music, tries to breathe that in, and then as she opens her eyes, she's going to scan the room and look for somebody basically to dance with. She's like, I am gotta ignore this and just let it go for a minute, and I'll get through it in a minute. And she's just gonna look for somebody that just stands out to her like that. Oh my gosh, I want that one person.
All right, so kind of using scanning the crowd for that hunka chunka like Fabio
Yeah.
to go dance on.
Well, Fabio's not really her type, but Yes.
Listen, I'm just trying to appeal to your age bracket. It's fine.
I'm not that old.
Fine.
Ew.
Fine.
What? How old do you think I am?
Hi, I'm Red, and I roll bad.
I'm at Natural Ones Anonymous.
Yeah, apparently, if this game had inspiration, my boy needs it. But yeah, no, it is easy to find somebody to dance up on. You just pick your flavor.
All right. She's gonna do that and just get up nice and close and personal.
Using the dancing to kind of get in there.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and do a dexterity and performance. Did you see how well she dances to kind of lure this guy in?
So I'm gonna roll dex and then add performance.
So
Correct?
if you click on performance,
Okay.
and then it'll give you the attribute to add.
That way. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, this roll 20 setup
Goes the
is
other way.
completely backwards from how it's supposed to, but it still functions.
And pool size mod
0, because we're
0.
not getting a
Okay.
bonus.
All right. Difficulty 3.
Yep.
Or okay.
3 is pretty much the baseline of this is an average difficulty.
Whoa.
I think she does okay.
I'd say
I
so.
don't need those rolls, please.
Oh my god.
Red,
Should I
this
have
is how
added
you're
one more
supposed to
dice for
roll.
the beauty aspect? Because I didn't do that. Next time.
Next
Didn't
time
need
we
it.
can. I don't think you need it this time around.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. She becomes one of those people that like dancing on the club. Like the meathead just becomes enraptured. Like
She doesn't know what she's supposed to do with this. She doesn't realize she's a vampire. She doesn't know what's really going on, but she's just gonna dance in close and
dance the night
try to let
away.
herself go.
Yeah, no. You have this guy basically grinding on you and eating out of the palm of your hand to whatever body language you give off.
She doesn't know what to do with that. She just keeps dancing. She's lost in that.
Okay. Still feeling that pulse of hunger in her chest.
She just doesn't know what to do with it. She doesn't know what she's supposed to do. She feels the hunger, but she doesn't know what she's supposed to do.
And there's this almost push in her brain of bite him. He's delicious.
She leans in closer and just smells like inhales like at his neck, and
It is one of the most intoxicating aromas you have ever smelled. Like imagine
she
not eating all day and then coming home to some of the best slow cooked barbecue you have ever had. I know I reach my audience when I see people go, oh.
Ah.
she kind of plays with her food a little bit first, and before she bites in.
Right. So she plays with him before trying to finally bite in. Give me a dexterity and stealth. And if you pass this one, we're just gonna know that Red is cursed.
If we didn't already know.
What's that meme? Yep. But then we will need a willpower roll from Alexa.
So
So
just
your
straight
total
willpower.
willpower. So you
I
have what?
think boxes
4?
marked on that. I got 4 boxes there. Okay.
Yep. Plus 2 because you're at humanity 7. You get 1/3 of your humanity to the roll.
So when it says pool size, I add +2.
Yep. So it should be 6 total.
Difficulty still 3.
Yep. God damn. All right.
Yes, I'm definitely
Oh my
cursed.
god.
Jesus. That is not only a success, that is a critical success to where Alexa is able to sate her fill and easily pull away, dropping her hunger to 1. So you manage to not kill this guy.
He kind of whispers in her ear.
I didn't catch that. I don't think your mic
It says
picked it up.
tasty. She whispers in his ear, taste.
Yeah, he just kind of lolls his head back like, what? Wow. That's 2 of our lucky people fed. As we turn back to Allie as they try to fill their gullet.
So she's gonna walk away from the bar more towards where they came from, and is going to stand there and see if somebody just kind of comes over to talk to her.
Yeah, in this kind of environment, people kind of slide up like, hey, wow, hey, what's up?
She's gonna wait for the one that seems to be the most malleable. The one that she can manipulate the easiest.
Okay. Give me a wits and insight. Mm-hmm. With 3 successes, it takes a little while of waiting. 3 or 4 people come through before finally that person is like, you can tell that they have had too much and should not be on their feet, but they still are. Like, slides up, almost stumbles to the door, like, hey. They're talking and their eyes are almost split. Like, hey,
Yep.
oh, hey, words. What's up?
Hey, how you seem like you've had a lot to drink.
Are you a cop?
Oh, no, honey, I'm definitely not.
Okay, then yeah, I've had a lot.
Here, you should probably lie down someplace. There's a place kind of away from the noise. You'll be a little bit, safer. No one's gonna draw on your face or anything like that.
Give me a charisma and persuasion.
And persuasion
Oh,
went so
Red
good
House
last time.
floppy in that chat thing. Oh, look, more successes.
What's
But
that like?
Okay.
Julie soaked them all up.
You just gotta talk nicer to the dice.
Well, it's like Red gonna have to go out
Maybe.
in tall grass like it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
with
Go outside, this
stunning,
music starts playing.
um,
You will
stunning
add 2
says
dice to your charisma roll.
okay. Does that pertain to this particular role? Like what I
Any
added to this one?
roll that charisma is a part of, you get that bonus. It's any
And that's
roll
for the
involving charisma or persuasion.
Okay.
I think that's a social roles.
Right, and then
Yep.
that
So
would-
if you look at the wiki, I double checked it earlier because like I know one of them has it. It is charisma based rolls or persuasion.
Okay, just double checking. And I'd be adding to the pool size modifier, correct?
Correct.
Motherfucker.
Ooh,
Hey, somebody got bestial failure. That's
So-
not me.
I'm not expecting anything different because the first time I play in a new system, Roll20 tends to screw me every single time. So
Well, at least you won't be alone. The dice bot has chosen its favorites. But yeah, he seems just so out of it that he's not even listening to what you're saying. He's like, yeah, that, and just takes off back into the crowd. And you can feel that anger kind of well up, and that hunger gets more intense as you get to be part of the hunger compulsion. This episode, how to hunt.
or just don't be cursed by Roll20 for whatever fucking reason.
That's why I don't use Roll20. I use dice bots. They're way nicer.
No, they're not in my experience.
Hey, I rolled one the other night and I got like 12 on a double crit. It's fine.
Okay. So I'm actually not like Allie is in a box at this point. So she's going
Outside
to
her
walk
comfort
outside.
zone.
Yeah, she's just gonna walk outside and take a stroll through the woods and see what she can find.
So going out into the woods, is she intentionally hunting or just kind of surveying the area?
She's more or less surveying. She's looking around.
Yeah, it's
Like,
woods. You're far from any kind of town, at least a couple miles. You could hear the throbbing of the music inside. You look up and you notice the night sky nice and clear, the stars are out, but you notice all these purples and blue hues that you never saw before. Almost as if even the sky itself has been pulled in closer.
when I look at vegetation, do I see any glow or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. So she's curious about a couple of things. She knows that she is a lot faster. She's gonna find a small tree and like push against it to see if she can make it fall over.
That will be a strength and brawl roll.
Ah, good. Brawl, something I have nothing in.
Some of you have things to help with that. It is not Allie.
Okay.
Yeah,
So she doesn't feel like her strength is any different.
nope. It's very much that. Nope, that's a tree. Okay, never mind.
She'll head back inside and just. She's not sure what else to do, like, aside from just trying to grab somebody by the neck and pulling the blood out forcefully. There's really. And she doesn't want to draw too much attention to herself. She's still. Like, she's not quite a household name, but she is known by a lot of people. So. She can't jeopardize reputation, so she's kind of trapped. She's running out of options.
Yeah. And then Riley, with
Yes.
your 3-dot compulsion now.
Yeah. Well, Riley has realized something, and as she basically storms away from this guy, she tried to jump and basically says under her breath, "You're better off if all blown up." And she goes to what I'm assuming would be close by, maybe a sewer,
Okay.
because she's realized that hunting humans is harder than hunting animals. So she's going to go to the sewer and try and entice in some rats that she can feed on.
Okay. So, as she kind of goes down into the sewer, easy enough to pull up a manhole. It's heavy as hell, but she manages. Kind of drops down, and there's a sewer. There are rats just scurrying
That's what I was
left
thinking.
and
This
right.
is sewer, rats, they go together like
Yeah.
shit and Velcro.
So, as you approach, and I'm guessing you're just going to try to snag one of the rats up.
Well, she does have some points in animal kin, so
Okay.
maybe use some of that to entice some or more closer to her.
So give me a charisma and animal. Actually, first we're gonna have you make a rouse check.
Okay.
So right there underneath the hunger is a button called rouse check, and I believe all you need to do is click
And I
it.
succeed that one, of course.
But this is a good thing because as you make this next roll, which is going to be a charisma and animal kin, you're
Okay.
going to get an additional 2 dice to this as you kind of reach out to entice it, and you see an
Yeah.
image of a piece of cheese appear in your hand.
Okay. So pool size is +2 then, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Difficulty is 3?
Yep.
Right? Okay, let's see if still didn't succeed.
My dude.
Oh my god.
Red, you are cursed. You are just cursed. What? You rolled 7 dice.
7 dice
You
and
got
2
2
successes.
successes.
You don't want to make a day 2 challenge of 2 and then I'd be out succeeded?
Oh man. Oh no. So there's a mechanic in this where you can use your willpower to re-roll things. Roll20 for some reason doesn't like it and doesn't give you an option for it.
There actually is. There's an
Uh,
option for
oh,
willpower reroll.
Willpower re-roll. There you go. So
Oh,
you can use that.
I've got plenty of willpower, so
So what
willpower.
you're going to do is click one of your boxes of willpower. It's considered spent.
Yeah.
And you're going to click willpower re-roll.
Yeah, and it's asking me how many dice I want to roll.
You can choose up to 3.
I'm going to go 3
a-
because knowing my luck.
Dude, for the love of everything, please.
Difficulty will be 3 still.
So
Only
that gives
one
you
success.
1 more success, bringing you to a total of 3.
3 successes. So I succeed.
Oh,
Fine.
oh, my brother
did
in
it.
Cain. Good lord. Like, this man out here just struggle busting it. So yeah, after a while, this illusion of a piece of cheese in your hand brings these rats up, and as they climb on, you're just able to bite into them, finally bringing your hunger down to 1.
Could I take it down to 0 and fulfill the harm as
No.
well?
The harm is you have caused harm,
Mhm.
but you can't reach Hunger Zero through killing rodents. The only way to get to Hunger Zero is to completely drain a mortal or another vampire dry,
Okay.
which also comes with other things like humanity stains. And if other vampires find out, they hunt you because you're breaking rules. But you
So
don't know that.
is that hunger compulsion gone now, or do I need to get down
Yes.
to 0 to?
Nope. It is completely fulfilled now.
But the harm is still there.
Nope. The harm was replaced.
Hmm.
And you've done harm to these rats either way, so it would be considered fulfilled.
Okay.
So you finally feel
But-
this calm wash over you, and that red hot anger, thirst in your chest kind of subside to more of a barely noticeable dull throb.
And she just sits in the sofa for a bit, just regaining her composure.
Just taking it in like, what the fuck?
And then try and figure out what she is. And I'm pretty sure she realizes that she's a vampire, so she pulls out a survival booklet and flicks to the page to, so you've become a vampire. And starts reading.
You know, let me see something real quick. That's the wrong one. No, I want. Yeah, there wouldn't be a whole lot in there.
Yeah.
It's
It's basically just it's just 2 words: kill yourself. It's
something along
basically
those lines of.
my emblem.
So you've become a vampire. Well, you suck.
Literally.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm here all night.
Mm.
So that's 3 down. Finally, has Allie come to any kind of conclusion as to how to fix her problem?
May I interject?
Yeah, go for it.
What?
So after figuring out what just happened with her with this gentleman on the floor, it comes to realization, I wonder if everybody else is feeling the same thing. So she's going to scan the room and look for the other 3 people she was in the room with. Does she see any of them?
I believe you see 2 of them.
Yep.
Which, as you're trying to almost find them or draw their attention, you feel this almost pulse, this wave kind of well up inside of you, where Allie and Levi, you can't help but notice Alexa. It's almost like this magnetism that your eyes are drawn towards her.
Oh, towards Alexa.
Yep.
And she's going to
Oh.
kind of look at the 2 of them and it's like, we should work together and figure out what else is going on with this. And is there any way to tell, like, their state of mind? Have they accomplished their first mission to eat? Is there any way to feel that
you
energy?
might be able to tell with a wits and insight,
Okay.
but with Alexa having now discovered both of her abilities, she will finally kind of know, well, you'll know what bloodline you belong to. But I think we have to do the rest of them before that can be revealed, if I remember my overlay rule correctly.
Okay. So she has 4 of 3.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell that the same hunger and anxiety and almost fury that you felt has drained from Levi, but still very much present in Allie.
I kind of say it again. We should work together. And she's gonna go and kind of make a beeline to Allie, and her thought is maybe if the two of them, the dancing thing worked for her. So pick a target, both of them tag team and get the guy distracted, and then Allie can have her meal.
Yep.
And 3-on-1 is also fine. She's totally cool with that. But yeah, that's her thought.
Okay.
So who looks yummy to you, dear?
At this point,
That's
any
okay.
of them. Because I am very frustrated.
Well, let's not go for cheap. Let's go for a nice, yummy meal. She's gonna kind of scan the crowd and find somebody who looks appetizing.
So I imagine both Alexa and Levi kind of scanning the crowd.
Mhm.
To where, Levi, you feel something change. And I need Levi to make a rouse check.
Oh dear. Okay. Success.
Excellent. The room gets brighter, as almost as if it's complete daylight. And Alexa, you kind of, as you're scanning, look over to Levi, and their eyes have turned this almost golden yellow cat color.
Ready? What do you see?
What do I see?
You see this whole room, but as if it was happening in the daytime. People dancing, the music, you can see all the way to the other end where there's the DJ moving dials and switches on his board.
I can see like the lights are on. I can see everybody in here.
That's good news.
Yeah,
Do they glow, or because
They-
everybody looks like
they,
they're glowing to me?
The people don't, but Levi's eyes are.
Oh, well, I actually wouldn't know that.
Well, you don't realize it. You're like, something feels different. But the other two can kind of look at you like, holy shit.
Your eyes are shiny.
What?
Very pretty.
Oh, thanks. I'm just trying to see if who we should look for. There's that guy over there. There's a couple people over towards those crates. I mean, wait, are my eyes actually glowing?
Oh yeah, they're
Well,
fantastic.
it's very pretty.
I don't know what everybody else sees, but
Huh. I'm gonna pat around my coat. Let's see if I have any sunglasses.
He's getting like, pull out these
oh no,
shades.
Yeah, just stick 'em
sweetie,
on.
in this kind of a party, that's just gonna make everybody want you more.
Huh. I guess so. Yeah.
How about
Right.
that one? She just points to some guy not too far away.
Looks
Some
good.
somebody big but not too big. That a large glass of wine, as it were. What do you
Tall
think,
glass
Ellie?
of water.
Like like a mom Thanksgiving Day size glass of red wine.
Fantastic. Let's go have
Yeah.
ourselves a drink. And
So-
she grabs both of their hands and dances to all the way up to the guy.
Yeah, a piece of cake to get like up close to this guy. And how are you trying to assist Allie? And how is Allie trying to go about feeding on this person?
She's gonna try to like get in front of him and dance with him.
Okay.
And that's
So
basically what Alexa is thinking too. Distract, dance, have him not know which end is up and who is up and which is where is what to who to what. Have him so
So-
distracted by the three of us dancing up on him that he doesn't know which end is up and she can just have her way.
for Allie, this will be a dexterity and performance, but you will get 2 additional dice for the assistance of both of your cohorts.
Oh,
I told you, I am cursed when it comes to new systems.
Would you like to use one of your willpower to re-roll some of those?
Sure, I'll reroll 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably want to. So you click one of your willpower and hit willpower re-roll.
Should I just leave now? Because like this ain't happening. Like this ain't happening ever.
Oh my god.
so Levi's plan was if there was like a hiccup or something, or like the guy pulls away, to just spin on their foot around to the side and elbow the guy in the back to push him back into Alley and make
Alright.
it look like someone else, some other dancer knocked into him.
Give me a dexterity and brawl.
All right.
And we will add Levi's successes to Allie's,
2 more.
which is 2, bringing it up to 3, which is enough for Allie to feed. Now,
Yeah.
Allie needs to make a willpower test, which will be 4 dice total because we have spent one of them.
Just click willpower.
Yep. So click willpower, and then the modifier will be 2. And you're looking for 3 successes. Awesome. And you can't do anything else with that. So Allie, you are unable to help yourself due to all this frustration and hunger that you bite in and you drink and you drink and you drink until the person in your arms goes limp. But you're not hungry at all. You have accomplished hunger 0. And we're going to put a stain on your humanity tracker. However, there we go. These sheets are weird. As you kill the guy. And the 2 of you present would notice that Allie pulls away and this guy just hangs in her arm.
We should go put him in a chair somewhere.
Yep. Arm over
In a
shoulder.
corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh,
know,
he had
put
way too much to drink.
way too much to
Oh, yeah.
drink. He passed out. It's totally fine. Put him in a
So
corner somewhere, out of the way.
the three of you kind of drag him over, find a chair to plop him down. Somebody turns to say, like, "Hey, what's going on?" And they lock eyes with you, Allie. And for a moment, they stop. I need you to make a rouse check for me. Hey, you passed that one. You see their eyes go into this 1,000-yard stare and then kind of glass over for a moment. And then, like, they shake their head like, "Hey, what was I doing? What am I doing over here? Never mind." As they completely forget why they were there. Which is our trigger point for revealing the overlay to where you all belong.
Oh my.
Which I just have to wait for our backstage studio member to help us out with that real quick.
Call him producer.
Drummer.
The Nosferatu
producer.
magazines.
Producer, Nosferatu, whatever you want to call him.
Oh. Oh my.
Oh my.
Okay. All right.
Which, for the
I
players
don't
concerned,
recognize mine.
Allie
You-
wouldn't know this directly, but for your sake, you are a member of the Tremere. Riley, a member of Clan Ravnos. Levi, I think you recognize yours as one of the Gangrel.
yeah.
And then Alexa, it only made sense with that high charisma and performance that she would be a Toreador. Now, your characters wouldn't necessarily know anything about this. But we are gonna go on a bit of a break. And during that, I'm gonna add some things to y'all's sheets. So when you guys come back to it, you'll have some interesting new things to look at.
Oof. Oh boy.
So we will be right back once the boss hits the button. And we are back. And our lovely players here have finally discovered that they have superpowers, basically. And now they have access to them. Over the break, we added those to their sheets so they could see what they are physically capable of. And I think we saw a few shocked faces and a few gears turning as to what they can and can't do. Little steepled fingers as people plotted. And Red's just a robot. He does
That's
that
just my
naturally.
rolls. Keep going as they
It'll help.
It should.
Superpowers make everything easier, right?
For everyone else except me, maybe.
Except some of these powers need to use what's called a rouse check. And what that essentially boils down to is a mechanical way of representing the vampire calling on the supernatural properties of their blood, which could result in them getting hungry again. And it's not good for business to get too hungry, as we've seen.
Mhm.
Luckily, nobody had, super messy crits, except, somebody drained a dude dry, and it's fine. It happens. But that leaves three of you having kind of put this one guy in a chair. Riley hanging out in the sewer with the rats,
Mhm.
acting like some kind of Nosferatu. So-
I think Riley, after calming herself down and just taking a few deep breaths in the sewer, finally comes back out of the sewer to rejoin the 3 other people that she met down in the basement and see where they got off to.
Coming back in, you would kind of see them as they're finishing doing their little we'll call it a project, propping this guy up all Weekend at Bernie's style. Like, here's some sunglasses and nobody will know. But as you approach them, they kind of all turn and, hey guys, Riley's back.
Yeah, that was a wild ride for a few moments. Is everyone okay? I think I'm feeling a lot better now after I've had a bit of a drink.
Oh yeah, feeling
Yeah.
pretty good. That guy isn't though.
He just needs to sit. It's fine.
We
It-
should
it
probably
should be
get out
fine.
of here.
It'll buff out.
Should we go?
And
And
if you'll follow me, I may have a place where we can hide out a little bit.
I kind of look
Hide out and
at
regather ourselves.
Riley's clothes. And are they dirtier than they were before?
Most probably, because I mean, she has been sitting in the sewer. But it doesn't look like
Yeah.
she's
Are we
bothered
going
with that.
back to wherever this all came from?
Oh
Oh, no,
yeah,
Did she
Alexa. With your heightened senses, this is not smelling
I-
great.
I don't think I want to go to wherever that is.
Oh no,
See,
no.
there's a
I'm not talking
Yeah.
about where I was just recentering myself. I've got something that's a little bit more well furnished.
where exactly is that?
If you'll just follow me, I can show you. Kind of out of the way.
Just as you guys are doing this young redheaded woman comes running up like, excuse me, have you seen my boyfriend? He's about yay tall. He has like a military buzz cut with brown hair, and he's got tattoos down his left arm. I can't find him.
Sweetie, I don't even know what I look like right now. I couldn't tell you what your boyfriend looks like.
I'm not asking what he looks like. I'm asking if you've seen him.
No,
Same thing. I have no other response for you. I don't know where anybody else is.
Levy's going to step up and say, "When
I
did you
see my
last-"
friends here, and that's all I see. I don't know. I'm sorry.
He
But
went
if I
out
see
to
him, I'll
go.
send them your way.
He went out to go to the bathroom, and then never came back. I already went out there to look for him. He's not out there. I'm worried about him.
Baby, it's a big place. You guys are probably walking in circles, opposite circles around each other, looking for each other.
I guess. I just hope he's okay. Okay, thanks. And she kind of like scrambles off in a hurry.
Did
Does
she
that happen often
describe
to
the
you?
guy I killed?
Doesn't fit the description.
Hang on. We 4 woke up, right? There were 3 other
Yeah.
holes besides us.
Holes
Maybe
are
they're
just impressions in the ground from the dust.
Bloody impressions on the ground would probably be an apt way to describe them.
Do you think there's others like us right now here figuring things out? And
Oh, I'm almost certain. And to what end, I have no idea, though.
Well, if my experience was anything to go by, if we didn't get the feed, it was quite blinding, if you will. Can't really describe what you would do. So maybe we should try and find them? Or should we just lay low for a bit?
I mean, we could wander around here and see what we see. And maybe in the process, see if there's somebody who knows what's going on with us, who might be able to give us more information about what's going on. Because there's only one explanation in my head as to why we're doing what we're doing and how in the bloody heck did we get in this position in the first place.
Emphasis on bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably
I'm not
should.
intended but taken.
Yes.
So, I don't know, safety in numbers, should we stick together or pair up and see what we can find and then meet back? And what about daylight? What if the storybooks are true? Is that true? What kind of restrictions do we have? What are the things that are going to hurt us, to harm us, to kill us? Like
That's a
forever dead.
good question.
Oh, can I not
So,
eat garlic anymore? That sucks.
oh, ooh, I
No
love
more Papa
garlic.
John's garlic bread.
Dang it, I put garlic
Well,
on
I guess
everything.
Sliced garlic.
I
just
usually
dipped
use
in
Frank's
hot
Red
chili
Hot or
oil.
A1, but
Libby's going to pull out their phone, one to check the time, and also just to say, I don't think we've actually introduced ourselves, and maybe we should just text to see if there's anything that happens. If there's
Yeah.
sustenance, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their service is not great, but their service
Yeah.
for
it's like
those that
2G.
have such things.
So I'm Alexa, and I recognize you. She points at Allie. What's your name?
Allie, usually what I go by, Allie Lorband.
Okay. Where do I know you from?
TV. You've
I don't watch
probably
too much of
seen
that,
advertised.
so
If you walk past
okay.
any kind of like home hardware or anything like that, a tool
Gotcha.
store, you'll usually see me advertising something.
Oh, you know what? I bet you some of the girls at the office probably watch you. So I probably like
Probably.
seen you in the back. Like they have that on the break room. Hmm?
Are you on like late night or like during the day?
Well, the show's pretty
How
popular.
much
They
swearing is
usually
it?
play us during dinner. There's no swearing at all. It's usually me
So it's
being
daytime.
frustrated with my co-host.
So daytime TV then.
Well, no, they play us during dinner. It's usually a crowd of a certain age, but a lot of people with interest in just like trying to fix their homes. You know,
Gotcha. So
and then
you're
she's just kind of
Allie.
yep,
Okay.
co-host of Residential Upgrade. Do I notice anybody else blinking? Like, is that something I'm going to pick up on?
You notice that none of these three seem to blink. It's no longer an involuntary action.
Okay.
She starts the other two. And what are your names?
I'm Levy. Not really from anything. I drive Lyft. Like,
Oh, cool.
I guess like if you know me by my other work, that probably means that you've had some bad luck.
Oh, intriguing.
Here, I thought you were
Hold on.
going to thank him for the $15.99 subscription.
Pull out my reach in my coat, pull out a business card. I'm a PI.
Well, she looks at the card. Huh. Okay, so that name does look familiar. Interesting. Okay. And what about you? What's your name?
I'm Riley Carmine. Being in a crowd so big as this is kind of new to me. I've taken to living out in the wilds because once the post-apocalypse comes through, we won't have anything here. So you always need to get ready. And that is what I've been doing for the past how long has it been? Like 5 years?
So you live like off
Admirable.
the grid?
Off the
And
grid.
how in the
Yeah.
world did you get here? Weird.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. I mean, last I remember, I was at home.
I mean, I'm
Fortunately, I
not
know my
home
way
much,
around this
so
place. Well, relatively. I can get my bearings pretty quickly, but
I was dropping someone off or picking someone up.
The memories are all kind of foggy. And it's like that memory that the more you try to grab onto it, the further away it seems to get.
Like waking up from a dream.
Kind of, yeah. Like right before you wake up, you have that dream and you snap into reality, and it's immediately like ripped away from your mind.
That surprisingly doesn't happen to me very often anymore.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
regardless, I think this party is probably not any of our scenes, except maybe yours? I don't think I got your name.
I'm Alexa, and my side hustle, as it were, I do come to these types of scenes often. I sing with a band, and so at least 3 nights a week, I'm at something kind of like that. Yeah. So this is except for I'm used to having live bands at something like this, not just a DJ. We use the DJ in between sets.
You ever played at this place before?
Not this one, but this one looks like one of the pop-up venues. We do a lot of pop-up venues where they'll have something just for a weekend at a location, and then it's gone. And those things will happen all over the city and other cities too. We travel around a little bit, so yeah. But pop-up venues, that's just a thing. We're used to going to random out of the way
Yeah.
places, and yeah, which it does make me wonder what day it is and if I missed a gig. Because if I'm here and there's this party, that could be a bad thing. She kind of pulls out her phone, gets into the calendar, and actually looks at the phone to see what day it says it is right now.
The most hilarious thing is Alexa seems to struggle with this because, as per the rule set, not having a dot in technology means you don't know how to use it. So it's a lot of like,
Oh, crap.
it's like watching a boomer try to open a PDF.
Oh, no.
It's painful for some of you to watch.
Okay, I did not realize you couldn't even use a basic cell phone without a dot in tech.
Yeah,
Sorry
no.
about that.
If you have a 0 in
Your
technology,
smartphone, you can't
can't.
use. But a
You
phone,
could use like a
and
Nokia.
a Nokia
Oh my
3210.
gosh. I had no idea it was that bad.
Yeah.
I would have switched something up to give myself a point. No idea.
It's fine. That's what
Oops.
one shots are for. Learning.
Yeah.
Like
So next
if we were setting
time.
up for a campaign and we're like, hey Julie, we need to talk about that real quick,
Mhm.
but it's one shot. Drive it like you stole it.
Oops. Yeah. Eventually she's just like, I'm not even sure if I care. I don't even know how this even matters. Because can I even go back to my day job? Can I go back to what I was doing before? Can I even do any of that after this? And if it goes by what the fairy tales say, then somebody turned us into this. And who is that? Where are they? Are they watching us now? So many questions. And
Oh,
I'd
That's very
rather
nice.
honestly hang out with you guys until we figure that out, because to do this on my own is not appealing.
Oh, I
Also,
agree.
Yeah.
we had to get here somehow, and I'm guessing it took more than one person to put us all where we woke up.
Well,
She starts looking
something I
around the room.
noticed.
She like does a 360 turn and scans the room. Is there anybody that stands out from the rest of the crowd that might possibly feel like they're one of us?
give me a wits and awareness and include your Auspex rating into that roll for your heightened senses.
All right. So awareness.
As you now know how to kind of hone in your heightened senses.
So then full size mod, I add in the Auspex.
Yep, your
Which-
dots and Auspex.
So I have one dot in Auspex and then one in heightened senses. Would it just be the 1 plus 1?
Just the one. It's just the one
Okay.
for the
So Auspex.
discipline
Okay.
tree rating itself.
So that gives me a +1 and still a 3 mod. Difficulty 3 of 3.
Okay. So off in one of the other corners, near the exit, kind of standing by one of the trash cans, is a person that kind of catches your eye as you notice he is staring the four of you down. He stands in these like black cargo pants, black boots, almost like a dark blue shirt with a flannel and like a bomber coat pulled over that, and just staring at you. Caucasian guy, short cropped hair. But you notice this crescent moon scar under his left eye.
Sounds a lot like that guy she was describing, doesn't it?
Hmm,
Or a little bit.
a little bit, but not really.
Okay.
I have to look for tattoos on the arm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I wonder what his deal is. She says. She kind of nods at him like she sees him, because it's obvious, I'm sure, to him that.
Mhm.
I wonder what his deal is. Shall I ask him?
If you
She
will,
does
I
turn
will.
to look at you guys.
Though I'm not really the talker.
Okay.
Well, let's see what he has to
What
say.
happens? Yeah. She'll just kind of walk straight to him.
He eyes you the whole time. And I'm assuming you guys kind of cluster together to walk over. As you
Kind of
stop
like in
for
a
him,
beeline. Yeah.
kind of
I
stands
think
there almost scroll.
Riley may use one of her disciplines and just blend in with the crowd.
So Cloak of Shadows only works as long as you are not moving.
Okay. Well, I mean, she's going to walk in through a crowd and then stop moving, but keep an eye on what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He waits, allows you to walk over, and eyes at least the three of you that he can see. You're all messy, you know that?
Well, from what I can tell, we just woke up. And no one's here to help us figure it out.
Yeah, the report said there'd be 7, but I'm only counting 4 of you.
Well, I saw the 4 of us when we woke up.
Well, that's concerning.
Were you
They
here to
told.
pick us up and take us somewhere and maybe tell us what the hell is going on?
Oh no. No, actually, um, so whoever made you didn't have permission, and from what I saw downstairs, made you in bulk, which leads me to believe that you're all shovelheads.
Double
But
heads?
That doesn't sound nice.
it's
Not
not.
at all.
But since you're not writhing in pain and howling in hunger, you managed to retain your brains, which is good. You know what? I'm feeling generous. I'm supposed to just take you out. But I'm let's say I don't do that. But you have to do something for me. Hunt down the other 3, either bring them here or take care of them. Do that, and I'll take you somewhere where you can get some answers.
Idea what they look like? By any
Well, I didn't know who I was looking for till I got here, but it sounds to me as if the other 3 will be something a little bit more unstable. They'll look like you and me, but they won't act like it. They'll be more of a shell, and it's just hunger. You can't reason with them.
more beast like?
That's all they are, is a hungry beast.
Well, it's that or eternal death. I guess we take that.
I mean,
And
you're all
then when
brand
this is
new.
done, then what?
Kind of looks at Levi and Allie and Riley. Yeah, you wouldn't stand a chance. So it's either do that, and I can take you to go get answers after, or we can settle this right here, right now, and I walk away with 4 bags of ash.
That doesn't sound like it tastes very good. Let's. I'd prefer to stick around than not. So I'm in.
I like answers.
Guys,
Yeah. Speaking of Ash, basic question. Is sunlight going to kill us?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure about that. Okay, thank you.
Avoid the sun, which it's like midnight, 1 a.m. You don't have to worry about that right now. Try to avoid getting anything wooden stuck in your heart. And if you see anything else supernatural other than yourselves, probably run away.
Wait,
Especially if it's furry.
there's More than us?
Werewolves?
You all have so many questions, and I will take you to get answers.
Okay.
But I need those other 3 found.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So what are you?
But if
You a hunter?
no, I'm like you, but I'm much older. Do you remember the American Gold Rush?
Sure, it's been a while.
Read about it.
I was there for that.
Oh, okay.
You look good for your age.
Thank you.
What's your secret?
I work out.
I have a really stupid song stuck in my head now.
Yeah.
I'm so morbidly curious.
LMFAO's. God, I can't remember.
Oh, girl, look at
Yeah,
that
and I know
body.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I work out.
Oh yeah. Just by looking at this guy, that coat is hiding a lot. Like the t-shirt underneath is kind of stretched to a point where like homie should be wearing a bigger size.
Oh no, it's Vin Diesel in a trench coat.
Mm.
Oh no, he has way better hair than Vin Diesel.
He actually has hair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I was gonna make a wrestling reference. Let's not.
Think, think more in the lines of like a Jensen Ackles type look.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, he makes this offer and kind of waits.
Well, I don't think we're
I'm-
going anywhere unless we do this. Would I be correct in saying that?
Yeah, I think you're correct in saying that. Let's go. Let's go track these guys down. I have a feeling I might be okay at doing that.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you want this to be as clean as possible, not very messy.
Let's just say that there's some very specific set of rules. If all of those normal people find out that you exist, your lives are forfeit. So don't break that rule. It's hard to clean up. And if
I think I
it
may
does
have
get
skipped
broken,
people.
worse things than me show up.
Well, it looks like we're not doing anything
Got
just by standing around here and doing nothing. I think we, as I said, probably head to my hideout, arm up, and get ready to go.
Well, I don't think the things have left. We're already combed the outside. So whatever it is, whether it's like you or a white, it's still here.
But
Mm.
hungry, as you said.
I mean, and he kind of gestures to the crowd. There's a smorgasbord. If they haven't dragged one off already, I'd be surprised.
I think they have. There was somebody looking for her boyfriend earlier, so.
Hmm.
So I
Well,
would like to try a power.
okay.
Sense the unseen.
So sense the unseen as you kind of focus in, and once again, these auras pop out of everyone. But it doesn't reveal much else other than you actually I need a roll from you and from Riley.
Okay.
Because you were using the obfuscate.
Yes.
I need Allie to roll a wits plus their auspex rating. And I need Riley
Okay.
to roll a wits plus their obfuscate rating.
Okay. So wits. Okay, so how do I do this? Obfuscate.
So I believe you just click on obfuscate itself.
Okay, and attributes. It's
That little diamond symbol, I think.
yeah, I've clicked that, and it just brought down drop down menu.
That's weird. I
Skills or
hate roll
discipline.
20.
Attributes, skills, or discipline.
So yeah, just roll. Will it let you roll wits? Yep.
Okay.
So just click on wits. Click none for the second attribute, and then add your obfuscate or auspex rating, respectively.
So the pool size is 2.
Yep.
And difficulty is
No difficulty.
no
It's just
difficulty.
going to be a contested roll.
Okay.
Whoever scores higher wins.
3 successes.
So
This
we got
drop-down
3
menu
for
is
round.
really odd.
Yeah. So just like Red had to do, just click on your wits,
Mhm.
select none for the second attribute, and then when it asks you for the modifier, put in your dots and auspex, which should be 2. Again,
I just clicked on wits.
Okay.
roll
And
20 is built funky.
Okay, and difficulty?
0.
No difficulty. It's a contested roll. Whoever has more successes wins.
Okay, so I might have to resend this. Hold on.
Holding. Oh,
There we
so
go.
yeah. No, Riley is not seen even despite this. But you do see all the auras and stuff popping out of people once more. But you don't really. You also see an aura coming out of this man, and where yours have all been this vibrant red, his is turned a almost deeper crimson, and it has these little black veins striking all the way through it.
Well, you have a very interesting aura.
Ah, so you're one of those.
I guess, yeah. Well, I guess I'll get started on tracking these things.
Good. This is going to be easier than having to take all 7 of you down. I could use the workout, but this is so much easier.
Yeah, take a rest or cheat day. Levy's also going to look in that direction at the guy. Is he like just a normal guy, or like is he like notably hunched or like being weird?
He seems like he's being normal. He's just kind of just broad-shouldered, just standing there, like almost like he has that aura of "I wish a motherfucker would."
So basically a bouncer.
You could say that. I would be scared for the bouncer to go up against this guy, but yeah. Like, well, the 4 of you better get moving then. You only got so many hours till dawn, and when the sun comes up, I won't be here.
Well,
All
as
right.
Riley
What
has
time is
mentioned,
dawn?
she'll probably head to her haven if anyone else wants to follow her.
What time is sunrise? What time is
You got
dawn?
about 5 hours.
Thank you.
sound kind of far from your microphone.
Yeah,
Do I?
sounds like it's coming from the PC.
Oh, fun and fantastic. I'll have to double check that. Thank you.
It's not a stream without tech issues.
Oh,
Oh,
My
especially
earbuds were
sound
at
issues.
100. My earbuds were at 100% when we started the stream, and they were about 2 seconds away from dying when I ran off to get.
That sounds better. Whatever.
there you go.
I'm wondering if it's picking up this microphone instead of my other one.
Oh no,
It
you moved
is.
it closer and it's much better.
That's great.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I have a big mic not attached to this,
Mhm.
and that's normally what I use, as opposed to the mic attached to the headset. So I'm wondering if it's
Yeah,
picking
as
up this
soon
mic
as you
instead.
moved it in, it was 10 times better.
Okay. All right. Well,
So
if this
quick
works,
switch
then I'm
over.
not going to mess with anything. I don't want to jinx anything.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Riley, you live near here?
I have a hideout near here. Yes.
Now I'm curious, how many hideouts do you have?
They're all around the place. Can't stay in one place at all the time.
Yeah. You know what? Not the weirdest thing that we've been through tonight.
Yeah. So speaking of weird things that we're going through tonight, let's see about hunting our own and the more beastly version of ourselves, I guess, so that we can stay here a little
Hunting
longer.
humans is hard. Hunting beasts is trivial.
Well, these are supposed to be more beast-like, so let's see what we can find. Maybe start by getting a higher vantage point so we can oversee the crowd and see if they're here.
There are some rafters and stuff you guys could get up into.
Yeah. I'm about that.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
So easy enough to kind of find a ladder, climbing up onto almost these catwalks that go back and forth across the ceiling. You guys head up there and kind of start to survey the crowd. And I will need wits and investigation from each of you. And Julie, you can add your heightened senses to it.
Thank you.
Difficulty
Ooh.
3, as usual.
Yes.
Ooh, it's a miss. I think. Oh, no, mine hit. Never mind.
All right,
Riley's
Levi,
missed.
go off. God damn.
I think that is my highest
Well, Levi
combination.
did say that they were the PI.
Yeah, no, that's So let's see. We got Alexa with 3, Riley with 2, Hallie with 2, and Levy with 5.
Yeah, the roll itself is actually impossible for me to succeed at.
Wait, you never know. You could crit. With 2 dice, you could roll 2 10s, which in this system doubles to become 4 successes. So it's not
Oh.
impossible, just very unlikely. So yeah, I think Alexa and Levy will kind of see this as you're kind of scanning the crowd. Alexa, you see a door kind of swing shut. It's actually the door that you guys came up out of, and there seems to be like a work boot that is sitting there by it. Levy, with yours, not only can you see that, but you can also see this very faint splatter of blood where the door meets like the frame.
Over there, by the door.
Okay, step 1. And We didn't really discuss how to take these things out, but he said we don't want wood going into our heart. So I guess that would be a good way to take them out. So
Oh, I can
there's that.
help with that.
Yeah.
Give
And
me
she
5 minutes. I
pulls
may be
the
able to do something as well.
she goes looking around for a few pieces of wood and takes out her multi-tool, pulls the knife portion out of it, and starts fashioning a stake.
Oh yeah, it's easy in this place. Like everything's just been kind of shoved up against the walls out of the way. It's too easy to find like a broken board or just a old busted broom
Broom
handle and
handle.
just
Yeah.
shave it down real quick.
Drumstick even.
Yeah.
Could I help Ellie with that?
Yeah, I wouldn't even need a roll. Like you guys can just make them.
Make wood stakes.
I feel like that's something so simple that like my 6-year-old could do it. So
Yeah.
Well, we know a caveman could do it.
but Ben's
Busted
not playing.
pallet. Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are armed with your makeshift stakes / spear.
Okay, phase 1. Let's take this one out and then go from there. Let's go figure this out.
I hope there's only one.
We will see. We've
Why
got to
go
find
to the
3.
odds? We've got the odds.
Oh.
We've
Start
got the
there.
odds in our favor, hopefully. And if they're newborns like us,
Yeah.
we may have the advantage here. Just have to play it well.
Let's go find out.
So I'm guessing that you guys kind of make your way down back to that door. And what is your approach as you reach for this door handle?
Very, very quiet. We're hunting ferals.
Can we listen at the door perhaps to see if there's any sound from the other side?
You can with
Good
a
idea.
wits and awareness.
One success. Not enough.
One. Was anybody else giving it a shot?
Why not? Wits awareness.
I mean, I could.
I got it. 3-3.
Got 3 from Alexa, 2 from Allie. Red, you're just on par for your own thing here. As we get no
Here's-
successes from
Absolutely
Red.
nothing.
He hears the wood. The wood is definitely very wood.
Hey guys, it's
Actually,
a
is it a
door.
wooden door? Or is it? Yeah,
It's steel.
Is it wood or is it steel? Okay.
But that doesn't stop Alexa, as you can kind of hear on the other side the soft poof, 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 as something being dragged down a set of stairs.
Something's being dragged down. I think we're headed the right direction. Might be good to go stealthily.
Well, if you're all stealthing your way down there, I need dexterity and stealth roll.
Thank God my dex is 3.
Delightful. Please.
Nothing again. One.
Okay.
Eesh.
Yeah. I got 2 from Levi. 1 from Riley. Hey, that's better than you usually do.
Yes.
So you
I
guys
had bad.
begin to walk down this staircase as stealthy as you possibly can be.
Would Riley be able to go first?
I mean, unless anybody else wants to stop him from going first.
Is it completely like dark out in this area, or
Yeah, as soon as you open this door, it's almost pitch black down inside.
sunglasses at night and then eyes of the beast?
All right. So yeah, just boom. Levy's eyes light up again, that almost glowing yellow, and you can see clear as day. Alexa, like things are better lit, but not quite as good as Levy has. Yours, imagine like having dark vision, and then like Levy having like true sight. But yeah, if unless anybody stops Riley from going first,
I got your back.
you can make your way down in there.
Mhm.
The soft clap, clap as you step on the stone going down in, and you finally come to that big open area where you all woke. And deep, probably a good 30, 40 feet, so like 10, 15 meters for our metric friends, are two forms hunched over. And you can hear gnawing and gnashing of teeth. And then, Riley, as you step out into this area, I need you to make me a dexterity and athletics roll.
Okay. Hey, I finally succeeded.
Finally! Which is good because you won, as this other one must have heard you coming, launches itself at you, but you're able to just step back really quick as it hits the dirt, skids, and pivots. And what you see is, I like to use this imagery from the original Blade movie, where they throw that girl down in the pit with her old coworker, and he's all gaunt and craggly, and a lot like that, but it doesn't speak. It just turns and snarls.
And goes straight for the stake.
All right. Give me a strength and melee.
Okay. This is probably going to fail because it's me. And because I'm not really trained in strength.
Well, you know what?
Two successes out of three.
Uh,
Out of two dice.
yeah, this thing dodges out of the way. You go to strike at it, and it just backpedals. Which brings up the other three of you for your actions.
Yeah, Levy's going to as soon as there's room to go in, Levy's just gonna go around and try to get to the side, try to like. Actually, no. As Levy goes to strike, their nails are going to extend into claws, and I would like to use feral weapons.
And I need a rouse check. As soon as I saw the paws, I was like, I know what he's doing. He's going to play with the
Ooh.
toys.
Oh yes.
All right, so your hunger increased,
Mhm.
and then you can make a strength and brawl roll.
Okay. What's the difficulty? 3?
Yeah, just use baseline 3. These are contested rolls.
Got it.
So all you have to do is score higher than this thing to hit it.
Okay, that's 3 successes.
Yeah, you strike across, and it's going to do the +2 modifier for damage. So it's going to take that much as you slash across its chest, and it howls out in pain. And you see these big gaping claw marks across its chest.
Yeah, Levi is actively like in a stance and clearly has done some sort of martial art, and it's just like that's different. Wow, huh?
Yeah.
This
Wow,
kitty
what
has
about
claws.
Allie and Alexa? The kitty cat got claws.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Allie is gonna just try to. Ooh, actually, hold on. Speaking of playing with toys, let's try to. Am I able to make eye contact with one of the other ones?
The other two both have their backs turned to you.
Okay. Does dominate work if they have their back turned to me?
No, you have to make eye contact.
Okay. Then she'll try to use it on the one that she can look at. She's gonna get its attention and try to dominate it.
All right. So since this thing is a supernatural being, it gets to attempt to resist, which is not going to be a great pool for it. But I need a charisma plus your dominate roll. So it'll just basically be a charisma with a modifier, since roll 20 won't let us do that.
Okay. Okay. I don't have any dots in dominate, so
Yeah, you do. You should have at
I don't
least
see.
one.
Oh, okay. Because there aren't any marked on the thing.
Did it not do that?
Okay, I can
Close.
mark one off.
Yeah. Right there where you see dominate, that one dark red dot.
I
Yeah.
just marked it.
Cool. I don't know. This roll 20 hates me.
It hates red and me too. So
Okay. And then just give me that roll.
difficulty 3 or
It is a contested roll, so whoever scores higher. So difficulty won't matter in this one.
okay, hold on.
So charisma, no second attribute, and then a 1 on the modifier.
Okay,
Yeah,
nothing.
you attempt to use your cloud memory on this thing, and it just hisses
Dominate.
at you. Yeah, no. Dominate is the uh, tree. Cloud memory is the power under that tree.
Oh, okay.
All right, Alexa.
I have a question.
I might
Melpomene?
have an answer. Melpomene.
Yeah, so Wiki says that it's explores the power of the voice, shaking the very soul of those nearby and allowing the vampire to perform sonic feats otherwise impossible. So can that be used to distract in order to do an offensive or
Basically,
to
mechanically, what that boils down to is being able to use presence without being able to see the target.
I'm just wondering if it's something that can be used to throw them off long enough to be able to get in close to do an attack of some sort, or
So
so that
it's
others
not like
can.
a sonic attack.
Right.
Uh, it allows you to use all of your presence powers without like making eye contact or being able to see what you're talking to. So
Okay.
basically, it would allow you to use your awe
Hmm.
without them being able to see you or you see them.
So
Yeah, it works with awe, daunt, dread gaze, entrance, and majesty.
okay, and so how does I'm trying to figure out what she can use to help in this battle. So, um, so how would then awe work?
Awe can add your presence rating to any skill roll that involves persuasion, performance, or charisma. Uh, so if you wanted to like distract them, you could use a charisma and persuasion, or intimidation, or anything along those lines.
So I could do that possibly to just do something to distract them so I could get in close enough to make an attack,
Um,
or
it would bring all attention on you.
so it would allow somebody else to be able to sneak in and do
Yeah.
an attack. Okay, so that's what she's going to do because she
All right.
really is
Give me
not going to be any
a
good hand to hand.
charisma
So,
and persuasion.
all right.
Add your dots in presence,
So
and it's a difficulty
persuasion
of
or performance?
persuasion. Unless you're dancing to get its attention.
I mean, she's a singer, so
Oh, if you want to sing, you can do that too.
then that plus charisma
Yep. And if you're
plus
singing,
one,
plus.
correct?
So if you're singing, it's going to be charisma plus performance plus
Yep.
1 for your specialty, and then plus what is your auspex rating?
1,
Or not auspex, presence. I'm sorry.
2.
So you'd add those as well. So it's charisma plus performance plus 3.
Okay.
Which is a whole lot of dice for Elmo. No. No.
And a 3 is my goal.
Yep.
Whew.
There you go.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Yeah. No. You have its attention, which will basically negate its ability to get out of the way for the next people,
Here you go,
being
boys. Or ladies.
Riley and then Levy.
Okay, so Riley is not the close combat fighter, but she has noticed that Levi seems a little bit more proficient in close combat.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
what Riley is going to do is possibly attempt to push one of these people towards Levi.
Okay. That will be a strength and brawl.
Strength roll. Okay. Here we go again.
I
This is
mean,
well,
you could also throw the stake at it. You would have more dots for that.
okay, yeah, we'll try that. Throw the
That will be dexterity and athletics.
through. Okay. Athletics is throwing, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
More dots.
More dots, more dice.
Yes. Throw the stake. Hey!
Oh.
It's not done.
Holy crap.
You did it.
Yeah, you throw this stake, and it doesn't catch it in the heart, but it is sticking out of the other side of its chest. And this thing looks pretty worse for wear. Actually, that does.
More dots.
Yeah, it seems to stumble and almost have to catch itself in balance. and it seems to kind of stagger it.
Would I
Which-
be able to pull the stake back out?
Not right now.
Okay, maybe next turn.
Yeah, you don't have celerity, so. Levy.
Yeah.
So you've slashed this thing. Riley throws a stake and catches it in the other side of the chest, and it seems almost staggered as it was paying attention to Alexa.
I'm guessing that the stake has to actually go through the heart.
Yes.
Okay. With that, I'm gonna just take my own stake and attempt to just drive it into the heart.
Strength and melee. It's a target attack, so you'll take a -2 penalty.
I don't think I have dice. I have
You can
strength.
still roll 1. You never roll 0.
Okay. Well, let's
Could you
see.
imagine though if you could roll 0?
It's just auto fail.
-2. And well, let's see. I just need 1 success, I guess. No.
And you just swing straight past it.
Mhm.
Allie.
Yo. So Ellie noticed that we have some speed. She's going to use that speed and is going to attempt to stick it through the heart from behind.
Okay. Kind of dashing behind it real quick. Coming up to try to stake it will be a strength plus melee. And since you're aiming for the heart, it's a -2.
I'd be putting that in pool size modifier.
Yeah, I think you have to do that for this one.
Oh, that's right.
No, hey, 2 is actually good because it does not get a chance to dodge thanks to Alexa. As you drive the stake in the back of its ribs, it punches out through its chest, and it kind of just freezes and falls over.
Step out of the way of that.
Not on the boots, not on the boots.
Yep.
Sweet. It doesn't turn to ash though. It just kind of.
Nope. It goes paralytic and falls over.
All right. So if somebody wants to coup de grace that. Let's move on to the rest of them.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
stakes only put you in torpor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think we know what exactly torpor is, though.
Your characters do not. But
It's gonna
torpor is essentially a vampire coma. You are completely aware of what's going on at all times, but are unable to do a damn thing. It's like sleep paralysis.
And we're the demons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
But
how,
yeah,
Nice, I like
there
it.
are
how do we kill
2
it then?
more. There are certain things where you can do enough damage to where it will turn to ash. Some vampires have a flaw called stake bait, which means if they do get hit in that heart, they don't go into torpor, they die.
Well, the guy just said we had to either take him out or bring him to him. So, right.
One down, 2 to go.
Do this again?
Here, somebody give me a steak.
I'll give you mine.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, and Riley, if you want to grab yours on the way.
Yep.
So
Get
you
the stake
guys
out.
make your way for the other 2. with all the noise, they kind of turn and snarl, just. And Alexa, since you didn't get to go on that, we'll let you go first.
I do the same thing I did before because
Right,
I feel like that worked out for me and that helped them. So
absolutely.
So that's
We can
good.
just be a pretty distraction.
100%. I'm okay with that. Not a
Whew.
score, but that still works.
With 5 successes, yeah, that'll work. So you start dancing away, and one of them just kind of like turns and like unsure what to do. The other one almost does, but then shakes it off to face everybody. And then we'll charge. Let's see. There's what 4 of you guys. So let's make this fair. Don't fall off the table. Riley, this thing is going to charge at you.
Okay.
Fangs bared as it tries to claw at you.
Okay.
3, okay. How would you like to handle it? You have an option to attempt to parry it and brawl back, or to get out of the way.
As I posted in chat, Riley has no points in brawl, so she's just going to try and avoid as much as possible.
Right. Dexterity and athletics.
Okay, Dex athletics. Skill of 3 again.
It is a contested roll. You just have to beat what they rolled.
So I've got 3.
So you got 3. Yeah. It swipes at you, and you're just a hair faster than it. You kind of tuck and roll out of the way. Which will actually
Doing the
bring
good
up.
old Dark Souls thing of dive roll, dive roll, dive roll.
Get those iframes.
Which will actually bring up your action.
All of Riley's havens are just campfires.
Basically.
Campfire and a lean-to.
Yeah.
Could I try something?
With a weird piece of iron sticking out of it.
What do you want to try?
Could I try my rouse ability for my disciplines?
Which one would you like to try?
I want to try. How are you supposed to say it? Chemistry?
Oh, chemistry.
Chemistry. Yeah. And on the other side of the room, Riley's going to make an illusion of Alexa dancing on the other side of the room to try and distract the other one.
Okay. Roll a manipulation and your obfuscate. You have to make a rouse check. So yes.
Yes.
Let's do the
So
rouse first.
Well, rouse check didn't
Hunger
work.
increased.
Yep. Okay.
And then manipulation and obfuscate.
Yep. So we'll try that. No, okay, that didn't work.
So you have to click on manipulation. Select no other attribute and add the 2
Unfortunately,
in.
her manipulation is not as good as second attribute, none. Pool size is +2. Difficulty is 3. Yeah, probably gonna fail. Yeah.
Yep. So it contests this, and there's something about the illusion that just it can see that it's an illusion and just turns back to you.
She starts melting, like in the
Yeah.
D&D movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Chris, but like the illusion's just not great. Levi.
Nice.
All right. As this one goes after Riley, I'm just gonna swing around, and then try to strike it in like the back of the neck area.
Okay. Barehanded again.
Yeah, brawling.
Okay. Strength and brawl. And it will not have time to get out of the way. So that's going to be all right. 1 plus the damage from that, so it takes 3
Yep.
as you strike it and kind of clash along its neck and back.
Mhm.
Which brings us over to Allie. What am I doing? That is the wrong.
Well, she saw that, hitting from behind worked last time, so let's do it again.
All right. With the stake or
Oh, yeah, with the stake.
all right, strength and melee. And are you just trying to stab it, or are you actually aiming for the heart?
Oh, going for the heart for sure.
All right, so that -2 penalty. Yay, called shots. So 2 plus that from the stake. You don't catch it in the heart, but it's damn near close. Like you get it in, but you don't jam it deep enough. And you're kind of just holding onto it while it writhes on the other end of the stake.
Stop being so difficult. Just go to sleep.
Just die. Alexa, are you just gonna continue what you're doing?
Indeed. Yes.
So we're just gonna say she keeps going, keeping this other one distracted, and it's like allowing this thing to, well, it's gonna swipe at you, Allie, but it's going to be severely impaired when doing so. So actually, all you need to do is, if you want to make a basic strength check to just hold onto it at a distance, we could do that.
I guess so. Just
So that's,
strength, nothing else.
Yep, just raw strength score.
Okie dokie.
Are you going to
Let's
do
give that a
the
shot.
classical thing of just putting the hand on the forehead?
Allie has stabbed this
Just
thing in the
holding on to
back, so it's kind of like a feral toddler on a wooden leash.
Yeah.
Gave that thing.
Any
Pixie
difficulty
something
option,
in a
or
Red
is it
Bull.
just 0 again?
Just 0 again. It did not roll very well, so
Okay,
it's
hold on. I
already
gotta reset that.
physically impaired. Oh yeah, you are piece of cake. Just like, no, what are you doing? Stop. Which brings us over to Riley.
Okay. So,
Ouch.
what can Riley do is the question.
Well, this thing can't really dodge. It is been shish kebabbed partially.
Well, if Ali is holding in place, then Riley will go for the heart.
All right. Strength and melee with a -2 penalty.
Okay. Strength melee -2 strength. Melee with a -2. Difficulty is still 3 though.
Really, realistically, all you have to do is hit it
Mm.
because it is technically a contested roll, but it is immobilized.
Hey.
So yeah,
One die
yeah.
from that. Yay.
You are able to stake this one, and it goes, seizes up, and falls over.
Okay. So that's 2 down. Right?
It is 2 down. And the other one just mindlessly watching as Alexa is dancing. It was,
Nice.
which, keeping in order, Levy. You see this one fall over, paralyzed like the last one. And the other just claws up, like watching Alexa go back and forth.
Yeah. Are there any steaks left?
Yeah, here,
Um,
have mine.
Oh, we each
Yeah.
had one, so
I haven't
Okay.
used
There's
mine.
one that
Here
you
you
gave
go.
me too.
Sure.
there's only 2 that you really lost.
Yeah. So I'll grab Alexa's steak, and then while this one is distracted, just go for the heart.
All right, strength and melee.
Nope.
Nope. Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
Allie, since yours didn't really penetrate its heart, you're able to kind of like pry it out as you go. And you guys are down to 1.
Gonna do it again, or at least try to.
All right, same roll. That's the same penalty because I know you're aiming. Tap it in. Give it a tap, tap, taparoo. Oh, without a doubt.
Goddamn.
This thing being able to not move, just whack right in the back, and it just. This one doesn't seize. You see it tremble for a moment, and then it begins to flake and falls into a pile of ash.
Okay. So that's the 3 he was looking for. Do we tie these ones up and bring him here and let him see there's the pile of ash and let him take care of these from here?
could Riley have a closer look at these 2 downed feral vampires to see that they are in torpor?
So yeah, going to inspect them. They don't blink. They don't twitch. And without Riley knowing about torpor, it just looks like they're paralyzed.
But not dead. That's based. She can see that they're paralyzed, but not dead. Basically,
Dead is currently hard to define for you
yeah.
because
Well, they're not ash,
none of
so
you
they're not dead.
technically have a heartbeat.
Yeah. Well, they're not ash, so I'm pretty sure they're not dead.
I mean, they're still living impaired.
Right, there you go. Living impaired. They're only mostly dead, which is technically still alive.
Levy would like to go through the pockets of the 2 in torpor and the body in the corner, just to see who they were, rather. Or were.
So,
Yeah.
going through, finding their wallets and IDs, you'll find one of the torpid bodies is a Chris Lyle and a Karen Everworth.
Oh, we got rid of a Karen. Yay.
The body in the corner that they were munching on is a Brandon Stoke.
Is there anything left of this guy's like face or left arm?
Yes, mostly it's his neck and torso that have been torn apart.
I'll take a peek at his left arm.
Tattooed from wrist to shoulder.
There he is.
The full sleeve.
Short brown hair, square jawline.
Well, Riley's going to head back upstairs to tell Mr. Head Vampire Honcho that the other 2 are down in that basement if he wants to do what he needs to do with them.
I'm
And
assuming
all
the
3
rest of you
them
kind
are-
of wait downstairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
He follows you, Raleigh, back down, looks, and takes off his coat, pulls something off his back, folds it out, and it snaps into place. And it is this futuristic looking Zephos. Like if you've ever seen 300, it looks like that.
Oh, that's
And
so
he just
cool.
swack, lops the heads off as they fall to ash. Clicks something and it releases, folds it back up, puts it back in a sheath and puts it on his back, puts his coat back on. Well, looks like you guys might be fit for this after all. Come with me. And he'll start heading back up the stairs.
Hey, wait a second. I got a question right now. There's
Yes?
someone looking for the guy over in the corner. What's gonna happen?
You're right. We should burn that.
Wait, what?
That's evidence.
Yeah.
Pulls out lighter fluid, sprays it on the body, pulls out a pack of matches, throws it on him, and the body is engulfed in flame.
Levy's just kind of in shock.
Alexa's
Evidence-
nose curls up, like, because the smell. She's just like, I don't think I can stay in this room.
Well, good thing we're leaving. But evidence of any kind of attack or proof of our existence is a threat. So we destroy it. And he'll just
Yep.
turns and starts walking.
Alexa's quick to follow.
Leads
So
you
is Kelly.
guys up the stairs, out of this area, past all the porta potty bathrooms, to this jet black car. And is anybody familiar with cars out of these characters?
Oh, characters? No.
Technically, yeah.
Levy, give me an intelligence and drive.
Oh, great. What successes?
With 4 successes, you recognize this. This is a classic. It is beautiful. It has been kept up with. As it is a jet black 1969 Chevy Impala.
Whew.
And it has been taken care of. He kind of opens up the doors. Hop in.
Surprisingly
Shotgun.
roomy in here.
Alexa
Climbs in
jumps
the
up.
driver's seat. Shuts his door. Waits for the 4 of you to hop in.
Hops in the back seat.
Mhm.
Or in the boot,
Who wants
whichever one.
shotgun?
I already called shotgun and jumped in.
Oh, okay. I didn't quite hear you.
Alexa wasted no time.
She's a
That's,
pretty
retract,
baby.
retract my claws. I'll get into.
Adjusts his rear view mirror. I'm going to take you all to the prince. And I know you don't understand what that means, but it's your only shot of existence. I'm what they call a survivor. It's my job to hunt down threats to our existence. My name is Lysander. Revs the engine to life. And we'll peel out of this place with the 4 of you in tow. And that is where we close that chapter of the story. This has been great. And as we do here on Slices and Ices, we go and we get to know all the people here. And we're going to start with Allie.
Starting with me.
Yeah, we're going to go counterclockwise against the grain.
That sounds great. Hi. I'm either Miss Deadite or Jane, depends on what nickname or name you want to use for me. You can find me on the Slices and Dices Discord. Hopefully somebody is spamming it right now. Where I will post memes, sometimes that are relevant to the game that's being played if I'm watching. Or just talking some nonsense, or having fun, trying to brighten everybody's day, that sort of thing. I'm not really active on social media, so it's kind of the only place you're going to find me right now. Other than that, that's kind of it. I was happy to play this for the first time. Hopefully I can play more.
Riley.
Hi, I'm Red. You can find me on the internet at different places. Most likely find us in our Discord, which I see Matt has posted a link to. And when I'm not on Discord, I'm playing games. When I'm not playing games, I'm playing role-playing games and getting lots of natural ones, as you experience in this game.
That was painful.
But when I'm not doing that, I DM our Star Wars game for Mr. Wright and Mr. Ryan over here, which I'm surprised he hasn't done the good old classic Star Wars quote, saying, "When I left you, I was but the learner."
I'll save that for my
And
Star
then
Wars game on Friday.
Yeah. And then I go, "Only a master of vampire, Darth." Oh, that's me.
Debatable. Alexa.
Hi, I'm Julie. I'm Dritz on Discord. That's primarily where you're going to be able to find me social media-wise. Do I have a Facebook account? Of course. Do I have TikTok accounts? Of course. But if you want to get a hold of me, I just prefer to hang with my friends and skip all the other nonsense. Just hang with the people that make me happy. So I hang out here with Slices and Dices, with our friends at Mates at Fate, and on the Dark Domain with Ryan and his crew. Really great communities of people, and I feel so blessed to have found them. So thank you all, and hope to continue to play more games, and hope to see you guys there in Discord.
Only the one person that I've never been at a table with before, Levi.
Hey, yeah, I'm John, or Jonathan, and well, you can find me on the Discord as Andakanda, and I've run Call of Cthulhu. I've been into alien stuff, and honestly, I'm so excited to play this game, and I'm so glad to have been in it because, I mean, Ryan, you're amazing, and this has been such a blast, and my God, it's a lot of fun.
Yes. And hopefully this one shot becomes more than that, sir.
I mean, I have a mini campaign that's been posted elsewhere for a while, but no one's taken at it yet. So,
Well,
but
fix that.
hi, I'm Ryan. I go by Darth Caustic on all my socials. I play Star Wars over here with Red and Jane over there. And then I run the Dark Domain Discord and subsequent Twitch channel where we play all kinds of horror games, whether it's Vampire, which we do a lot of. Our Supernatural Westmarch game has taken off and is very popular. And we have a bunch of other stuff, including playing Halo and Star Wars next week. But
Different
I
version of
started
Star Wars,
here.
though, if I remember correctly.
The what?
It's a different version of Star Wars, not Star Wars 5e.
Yes, it is the 3.5 Pathfinder kind of
Yeah.
equivalent, which is I like that one. But yeah, I love being here on Slices and Dices. Check out the YouTube channel here. Come join the Discord and hang out with all these amazing people. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And we will see you next time. Bye.